Do you find yourself in a similar position, though, to last year? Because coming out of spring ball, you really weren't sure what the situation was like, but you liked the competition. So
absolutely, we're in the same spot. We don't have a guy like we did when Derek was here, and so we're still working, and those guys will work hard this summer, and hopefully when we get to fall camp, the things that they need to get better at, they will have gotten better at, and we'll just keep progressing. But it was a good spring. It was a good spring. I'm pleased that we didn't, turn the ball over at the rate we turned it over last year at this time, and guys are doing a better job of taking care of the ball now. Not having to play against Deron Smith and Tyler Davison probably helps that a little bit. But I was pleased how they competed, and so we got a long way to go, but it was good. It was good.
What did you think today specifically when they got in 11 on 11 with a little bit of crowd noise, people in the stands?
Yeah, you could see, especially we throw that pick in the end zone, which we can't do in the red zone competition. The 2 minute I'm not sure we got out of bounds there. I think the clock would have run out. So, when that happens with young guys, they got to be aware of everything, right? Game clock, play clock, down and distance, all those things. So we're trying to go fast. We'll learn from the film, but I like the way they compete. I like the way they handle it. We got a lot of install in, like we always do, and I think they handle the install pretty well.
What do you think about the wide receivers? Keon obviously scored 2 touchdowns today, but with Delvon,
all those guys have had a really good spring. With obviously, unfortunately, we lost Dele. Hopefully, we can get him back early in the season. They competed, and that was what it was all about. When we want to have an emphasis, and we were going to be more physical this spring. I think we were at wide out, we were up front. Cam's done a great job with those guys up front. And, all those coaches, Joe and Ron and Phil Early, those guys have done a great job. So, we kind of set the tone a little bit, stuff we felt like we needed to get better at, and mainly was the physical part of the game. So, we emphasized that quite a bit this spring. So, it's got to carry over in the fall camp, though.
Do you let guys know that 6 and 8 is unacceptable?
Oh, no doubt. They know that. If they did, if they didn't know that, then we'd have a problem. And I know our guys, feel like that, like it wasn't. We got to develop some leadership. I like our leadership on offense, even though right now it's not really coming from the quarterback. It's going to come from Mice and Martez and Alex Fafita and Justin Northern and Bo Bonheim. But those guys played a lot of football for us, and they know 6 and 8 is not acceptable. And so, it's got to carry over in the fall camp and all the summer workouts and in the fall camp.
Do you guys see the potential to add another graduate transfer or a JC transfer quarterback? Or are you sticking with the 3 guys and then
we'll see. Not just a quarterback, but anybody that is in that position that we think can help us get better. We'll definitely take a look at it. But it's got to be the right person. He's got to have the right mentality. He's got to be able to come in and help us. And so, is that guy out there? Is he not? Whether it's a quarterback or offensive line or receiver or whatever, we'll see. A lot of people are still in the middle of spring balls, and all that stuff starts to happen later on. So, not worried about it. If we go to camp with the guys we got, I like our guys. But like I said, if there's a guy out there in that situation, doesn't matter what the position. If we think he can help us win and make us better, then we'll definitely take a look at it.
Do you get anything more out of today than any of the other spring practices?
Well, every day is important in the spring. You only get 15 of them, and only 3 of them can be in a game-setting situation. So, we always take something out of it. So we'll watch the film and go through it, and fix the things we got to fix, and make our evaluations and go from there.
Thank you. That's all I got.